My greatest failure. The barrel of the gun was cold against my tongue. The gun oil had a lightly acidic taste. I had reached the end of this path. My past kept pounding me like giant waves beating against the great rocks of the shore, eventually turning them into sand. I could hear my teeth clatter on the gun as the tears streamed down my face. I thought back to my earliest memories. I remembered summers over at my grandparents' house, being awoken in the night by the bedroom door opening and my grandfather pulling the covers back. I remembered having to work the fields with him and how he destroyed my love for the outdoors. I remembered the feelings of dread and of shame. I remembered the confusion, not knowing how to tell anyone what was happening. I remembered how, after I graduated high school, the one person I called friend used the hate and anger I felt to turn me into muscle for his organization. I remembered the horrible activities I performed in the name of loyalty and friendship. I still have nightmares about some of the things I did. I still hear the screams and pleas from people who did not deserve what happened. I remembered finding the one bright spot in the darkness of my life, up till that point. She was beautiful, funny, and smart. She believed in me, believed that I was a good person. She even got me thinking that I was a good person, that I mattered. She pulled me off the path of destruction I was on. She was my everything. I remembered the day I came home early from work. I remembered having knots in the pit of my stomach and not knowing why. I remembered opening the front door and seeing her naked body intertwined with another man on my living room couch. I remember the feelings of anger, of hatred, of disappointment, of betrayal. The thoughts from my old life started to surface. The thoughts of what I could do to them, what I should do to them. Then I remembered feeling sorrow. I never wanted her to see me in the light of my old life, no matter how much she had hurt me. I closed the door. That was the last straw. What led me to where I was? One was sitting in my truck in the middle of nowhere with a gun in my mouth. I could not take remembering all the bad and evil things that I had done and that were done to me anymore. I was tired. I was weary. I was worn. I could not walk this path anymore, and the darkness was so thick I could not see any other way out. I held my breath and pulled the trigger. Time stopped. I had always heard of people seeing their lives flash before their eyes, but could not say with any honesty that I believed it. In that moment though, as if on a movie screen, I saw my life play out. I expected to see the atrocities of my life, but in there, instead I was witnessing the good moments, the happy time from my life. I saw our family trip to Florida, the whole family together, laughing and playing in the ocean. I saw me and my dad playing darts. I saw the day my niece was born and holding her in my arms for the first time. As the images kept flashing, I realized the good moments far surpassed the bad. I just could not see it because all the anger, hate, and shame I felt kept those memories pushed down, locked up deep within the dark recesses of my mind. Then the screen got dark. I saw my mom and dad weeping over my grave. I saw the devastation from my action drive them apart, cause them to become calloused and cold toward each other and their friends and family. My heart broke at the thought of the pain I was inflicting on them, the two people who were always there for me no matter what. How could I do that to them? I couldn't. I wouldn't. I did not want to hurt them. I did not want them to feel that kind of pain. I did not want to die. I heard myself whisper, "Oh, Jesus." The gun fell from my hand into the darkness of the floorboard. My mind was still swimming, trying to grasp what had just happened. What was going on? Was I still alive? I had to get out of the truck. I struggled with the seatbelt while clawing at the door searching for the handle. I could not get free. I had to get free. I had to get out of this truck. Finally, the seat belt relinquished its hold and the door flung open. I fell from the seat onto the cold November ground. I was on all fours, vomiting like I was purging myself of the past that had been eating me up from the inside out. I collapsed onto the ground crying and exhausted. It took me several minutes to realize that the gun had misfired. That gun had never misfired up until that point. I had put thousands of rounds through, and never a misfire. I do not have the arrogance to say I know why I was spared that night. But what I do know is that with a twitch of a finger, my life changed forever. It could have also ended then. I would not have had all the wonderful experiences I have had since then. I know how deep the darkness goes, and when it gets that dark, the only path you can see is suicide. But I promise you, if you just stop, take a breath, and let your eyes acclimate to the darkness, you will see all the wondrous possibilities that stand before you. If you like Essay, please like video, subscribe and share.